This na Football Fans Tribe. Over here, we dey interview football fans after matches and we dey give you correct and legit footballing content back to back to back. So I beg, if you never subscribe to the channel, do so, and thank you so much. And a result wey e be like say e no too paying you as Chelsea lose for Stamford Bridge 1-0 against Manchester City. How you see the match?
At some point, no, everybody go just like get that confidence, like in the first 10 minutes of the match. In fact, the entire first half, you could see the difference between a team that came out to play football and a team that did not just sit back and started out defending, soaking in pressure and all that. So I think Chelsea had a very good first half. It was quite unfortunate we didn't take our chances. Man City, I feel they were poor. First half, they were out. They were like making mistakes. You could see them making. They were not putting 2 or 3 passes together. They were making lots of errors that they could not even comprehend. So, but it was. I feel it wasn't so much of a bad game for Chelsea. We didn't play outrightly bad. The goal was, I think, Kepa would have done better.
So you feel say na Kepa fault?
Yes, outrightly it's Kepa's fault. You left the ball. Keepers leave those balls when they are very sure of this player. There's nobody there. When they like play an outright cross and you know that there's nobody, like communicate with your defender. Did Kepa communicate with the defender and maybe he heard or you leave the ball or something is covered or something? There's nobody there. You know Cucurella is not so strong. Bringing in Mahrez, I was saying Mahrez, Cucurella would have a lot of work to do. Bringing in Mahrez because like Pep knew that the defense was not as in it was almost impregnable using those two, Foden and Silva. So he had to bring in someone that would always. You have Mahrez that would sneak into the box and all of a sudden he gets the goal. So I don't think it was a bad match for us.
Okay. What's your take on Zakaria?
It has always been my best player so far. Yes, like no now. See, I would say Zakaria, like he has had a lot of rest under like the start of Potter. Do you understand? So giving him the playing match in, match out, he has been good. Represented. He has been playing very well. You could see him drop back defense. You could see him sometimes. So even when defenders, you could see Aggregator make some errors, but Zakaria is always there to cover. You could see the midfield. Gradually he's building confidence. Gradually he's growing confidence. And it's a good game he's playing. Do you understand? He's not always. I don't think he's the kind of player that is always carried away. That is carried away at some point that maybe he's nowhere to be found in that midfield. If he moves Zakaria in the whole midfield today, we would have not even had any chance in the midfield at all. Because you could see sometimes Kovacic had to go forward. Zakaria had to do the dirty job, clean back and all that. So like it was a good game for Zakaria. I think he should take the man of the match. Zakaria, Chukwuebuka. Do you understand? Like at that point, those two were good. Chukwuemeka, I felt maybe like he wasn't allowed to play that free flair. He was like take on players because we started the second half so poor. Like we were taking pressure with it just be like say we just can't inherit pressure, we will no end. Like it was that bad. As a Chelsea fan, say we know say but if we survived up to 70 minutes of the match, we could get something from the match. But like the question like must we come out to play football or must the coach make changes? When we are now down, is it that maybe that's where the strength comes in? I don't understand that tactics there. I don't think Potter is getting it right at Chelsea. I don't think so. I don't.
If he continues with this kind of performances,
yes. I won't blame Potter per se because you had your 2 good players taken out of the match, and that might have tweaked the formation. That might have caused an imbalance. You could this is like a form of improvisation into like you look for other means to win the match. You would literally tweak your formation because these were not the players you were supposed to start with. I didn't think Aubameyang had a bad game because there were some cases.
Really?
Yes, there were some cases that. What do you call it? Havertz was supposed to put Aubameyang on the run, but he didn't. Those were chances that you knew that Aubameyang was faster than that defender he was up against. There's no way, what's his name, would have been able to catch up with Aubameyang with that speed. These are times that you expect players to be able to read, play as a team, communicate better. What's the need going back when you have a runner, when you have a front runner? You don't give Man City that opportunity. They would not even test their runners in front. Haaland would just take off that. You understand? You know that Haaland would take that opportunity, but he didn't give up that opportunity. So I think he wasn't fed so well. There were little crosses coming into the box. We didn't play that crossing cross out to give Aubameyang that cross or maybe Havertz that opportunity to head the ball. But like I just felt like outrightly defensive wise, Chelsea did a good job defensive because I said something that if players like Haaland come against good defenders, there are going to be no lapses. I'm not sure he will be fed. You can see that the first half he had only 10 touches. You know that Haaland, that that defenders are always. So I wonder how other defenders are coping with someone, because I feel Haaland is a form of an easy kind of defender. Now look at how Man City played with Chelsea when they were not feeding him the ball in the first half. Haaland was almost lost in the game. Do you understand? That's the same way Chelsea plays the full time, having a number 9. That's why you see number 9s don't do well at Chelsea. Because Chelsea could play the full match without feeding the number 9 at all. There was no crossing. There was no ball to the defender. So how do you expect him to flourish? Haaland didn't get enough service. He didn't get enough assists. Most times he had to force. He had to shout. He had to make... Even when he made some runs, defenders were always there. So you see that definitely... We need to do better in our number 9. We need to be able to feed the number 9. We need to know how body movement, positioning, and all that. But I don't think it was a bad game for Chelsea.
Okay. All right. Now, as a Chelsea fan, if you're a neutral, how would you have taken this game, knowing that they'll close the gap against Arsenal?
I don't think Arsenal should be looking for favors from us. We're not right. We're not homies, man. You understand? I think Chelsea, Arsenal, they are in a hood. These are an opposite cult group. We're an opposite cult group. Do you understand? So you are looking for favor when you had... See, Guardiola made a statement. To be able to catch Arsenal, I'm going to have to win all my games 100%. I have to get that 100%, not 80. 80 is not enough. Do you understand? That's what... And one of his biggest tests was Chelsea. Do you understand? But I don't think Arsenal should be expecting favors from us. Chelsea currently now are weak. We're trying to get back. Do you understand? We're having problems with the coach. Coach is not... I don't think maybe the team is so big for him. Yeah. It's not like the usual Brighton. He's used to playing on smaller teams, picking up, growing smaller. These are players that have been grown already. And you see the firepower in the transfer window. Do you understand? Yeah, but I don't think Arsenal should be expecting favors from Chelsea.
Okay. And finally, do you think that in this match, Chelsea side, do you think they missed Mason Mount?
A lot. Because there were chances that they were... I think there were ball-to-ball chances that a midfielder would have shot. Yeah. Test the keeper. There were little or no shot on goal to Ederson. Ederson had little shots to make. We expect Chelsea to make play teamwork, know when to shoot, know when to attack at some point in time. Do you understand? But then there was nobody to shoot the shots. It was more like when we get to that 18-yard ball, we're always cooking the ball, adding spice. You don't score goals. You score goals where the defense are not balanced. That's how you win the matches. Well, so far, we've had, we complain of our injuries. More still they fall, but the good thing that the right ones they fall. Well, do you understand? The right one has in, but I don't think, I think maybe Sterling outside this, coming back from this whole holiday has been good. I won't say he has been a bad player, but the fall of Sterling should motivate them to bring in Modric. That's what it's just Man use pampered Gapo. Man, because I feel maybe then if you have someone like Sterling going injured, it will motivate us to be able to bring in more firepower, because I think that Sterling injury might not be something he just goes back into the squad like that, because I'm not sure Chelsea want to risk it, because the more you risk such players, the more their injuries will be extended. So I feel maybe it's time to transfer markets. Una this years now. Hey, Asake, the money maybe.
All right, no wahala. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for every